Let me ask you something. What's the difference between a pile of lumber, a stack of steel, a bucket of concrete, and a finished structure? Vision. Because before anything is ever built in the physical world, it first exists in the mind. Every bridge, every machine, every business, every tool, every invention, and every civilization started as an idea. And I think we forgot how powerful that really is. Most people look at raw material and only see what it is. But builders, innovators, craftsmen, and creators see what it could become. That's a different way of thinking. A carpenter doesn't just see boards. A welder doesn't just see steel. An architect doesn't just see empty land. And a visionary just doesn't see problems. They see potential. That ability right there may be one of the greatest gifts humanity possesses. The ability to imagine something that does not yet exist and then slowly bring it into reality. That's creation. That's innovation. That's progress. But here's the part many people miss. Ideas by themselves are worthless. Now, that may sound harsh, but it's true. The world is full of people with ideas. What separates builders from dreamers is action. Because ideas are raw materials. Raw materials still require labor, discipline, planning, patience, sacrifice, failure, and refinement. An idea is just the beginning. Just like lumber doesn't become a home by itself, steel doesn't become a bridge by itself, concrete doesn't become a foundation by itself, and talent doesn't become success by itself. Everything meaningful requires shaping. You know, I think one of the biggest lies modern society tells people is this idea that success happens instantly. People see the finished product, but they rarely see the drafts, the revisions, the mistakes, the sleepless nights, the failed attempts, or the years of invisible work. But builders understand this naturally because anybody who has ever worked with their hands knows raw materials are rarely beautiful at first. A rough cut board may warp. Steel arrives rusted. Concrete cracks if mishandled. Equipment breaks. Measurements get missed. Plans change. Weather interferes. Problems appear. And yet, the builder keeps working, adjusting, refining, improving. That's how ideas work too. Most great ideas begin rough, incomplete, unpolished, sometimes even ugly. But if a person has enough patience and determination to keep shaping the material, eventually something useful begins to emerge. And honestly, that applies to people too. Because people themselves are raw materials. Character gets shaped, discipline gets developed, wisdom gets earned, leadership gets refined under pressure. Most strong people were not born strong. Life shaped them, failure shaped them, responsibility shaped them, work shaped them. And that shaping process is uncomfortable sometimes, but necessary. You know, one of the things I deeply respect about tradesmen, craftsmen, innovators, and builders is they understand the value of process. A master craftsman knows quality cannot be rushed. And maybe life works the same way. Maybe God, time, hardship, and responsibility are all part of the shaping process that turns raw potential into meaningful contribution. Because deep down, I believe every human being carries ideas inside them worth exploring. Some ideas build businesses. Some improve machinery. Some improve communities. Some improve families. Some improve lives. But none of it happens unless somebody is willing to pick up the tools and go to work on the material. That's the missing piece: execution. The courage to begin imperfectly. The humility to learn. The discipline to continue. And the patience to keep refining until the vision becomes reality. So if you've been sitting on an idea, a dream, a project, a calling, maybe this is your reminder. You do not need perfect conditions to begin building. You simply need the willingness to start shaping the material. Because ideas are not finished products. They are raw materials waiting for a builder. And maybe, just maybe, you were given that idea for a reason. I'm Bubba. This is nothing new under the sun. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for watching. Make sure that you give me the thumbs up down below to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to the channel where you'll find additional videos of this nature and you'll be notified of new releases. Make sure you share this video with like-minded people and comment on the content of this video. And until we see each other again, as always, have a grateful day and we'll see you next time.